Oh, juk, juk, juk. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have food. I'm sorry. Oh, it's disappointing. Oh, bye.
We're Tien Lan
and Longa, two gay explorers on the road again, this time India.
from the chaos of Bangalore's markets to the calm of Goa's beaches, from rooftop chai to midnight raves. We dove headfirst into color, spice, and stories.
We got lost in ancient temples, danced with strangers, and sweated through every possible curry.
India wasn't just a trip, it was an experience. A little wild, a little holy, and completely unforgettable.
So buckle up, grab your masala and your sets. India's calling, and honey, we definitely answer.
Okay, park episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you are in Bangalore and you feel like a day with less noisy, more nature, you can go to Cubbon Park, which is also called the lung of the city.
So now we are going to
Cubbon
Cubbon Park, which is a park with lots of attractions. When you think about Bangalore, you don't think about going to a park or something because it's a sort of a industrial city or a city of IT. But every city has a park, and I think this is a very nice park to come and chill.
Just very relaxed, easy going in the park. Take your time, take a day off.
You can see it's a bit different from European parks because the trees are like super old.
It's like a forest, actually.
Look at the forest, yeah. Look at how gnarly. If you're into strolling and if you're into birds and squirrels watching.
Yeah, this one has about like 6,000 different species, different kind of trees and plants, and so I think for all the tree lovers, it's like really a place to go.
Yeah, it's really huge. Come stand beside it, yeah. So you see for scale. Look, this is Wilson. Look. Look at how huge this is. Squirrel!
Oh, so cute.
The tree still goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. So we went there with the train, which is the station is very close to there. There is, of course, food and drink right in the entrance, so you can refresh yourself a bit, and this is what we did. We are at Cubbon Park Metro, and we are here. Beep. High Court, which is red, supposed to be really amazing. The park itself here, and there's aquarium, right? Next to the aquarium. And we started to walk around. I really suggest to bring like nice walking shoes because you're gonna walk a lot. We walked a lot. It was quite warm. For me, it was very nice to walk around to see lots of couples and people just chilling.
Look how big is it, this tree. Ta-da! Wow! Look! Chuck!
I do recommend to know exactly where you're walking because I think we got lost a bit. The park is huge, so know where you're going. I would also suggest to focus on one or two attractions. Don't try to do all the attractions in the park. I do suggest the aquarium.
I really loved walking in this park. It's just very beautiful, and Bangalore as a city is very noisy, quite loud. So, for me it's like amazing to go to a place which is quiet, and you can see some animals with so many birds, falcons, and they have like this is like very cute, very small squirrels, super sweet. I never seen such a small squirrel, and they were just like everywhere in the park, and like so many. The park is very, very alive. There are people also playing music there, student lovers and family and so on. So it's just feel very nice and cozy.
All right, let's talk about the library. The library is very recognizable. It's a very beautiful red building smack in the middle. We did go inside. I was a bit underwhelmed, to be honest. It's okay, it's nice. So this is the State Library building. Very red clay-like architecture, very smooth. Nice. And here's Wilson. Hey Wilson, hello. Woohoo.
It looks like a high court, and you go inside, and there are many study there, and it really have this like old architecture kind of vibe. just experience to see something very different, yeah, from Bangalore, like different side, yeah.
Gave me like a vibe of very old libraries. Everything is still made of wood. There are no computers. Very old books, and people still, book with pencil, notebook. And it really reminded me of a library of my childhood. And the smell of this old paper, this I love.
Oh, yes.
I love it. So it's cute. Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, the color is just beautiful, red. I mean, what can go wrong?
All right, let's talk about the aquarium of Bangalore, which I sort of liked. So we are in the aquarium at last. We've been to Cubbon Park. It's very big. Finally, we arrived at the aquarium. And we just look around and see what's there. So just like India, you have a nice fish pond. Very serene, very demure. But however, literally 2 meters traffic jam. And I think there were a few floors. And the aquarium itself is, I wouldn't call it more aquarium, but like a terrarium. A place to reflect, a place to think about your life, and enjoy the noise of the city with koi fish. The focus is not about huge aquariums with lots of fish and sharks. It's more about terrariums, which is more like this big environment, full of moss and wood and tree trunks and a small pool. And then they put in like turtles, kinds of fish, all kinds of crabs. This kind of thing, which is also very, very nice. And I think it's more trending these days to have a terrarium in your house rather than aquarium.
I mean, the design are just beautiful, like Iranian are just beautiful, like they have different setting and different fishes inside, and then they did. And this aquarium is like second largest in India actually. I don't think it's so big actually. Take 1 hour or something to visit, but it's still worth to visit.
I think if you have kids, this is a must. The kids will love it. I think there's also like kids floors there. It's not about the size of the aquarium. It's more about the like the design of little aquariums with lots of different fish. I think it's very nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If you are in the park, so don't miss, of course, Vidhana Soudha. This is the government building, sort of palace, which is Bangalore is most known for. The Vidhana Soudha, I think. Very massive.
It's beautiful architecture, just amazing like stone carved. You can see how much like the sculpture outside. It reminds me a lot of this European, very old style, but just like Indian style. Very beautiful like style. I never seen anything like that. So we took a lot of time there, and when we were there, there was also sunset. So it was just just beautiful. Yeah.
And if you like to take pictures, if you're an influencer, or if you want to take videos, this is the place where all the tourists take pictures. But it's a very good place for sunset pictures,
yeah.
which we did actually.
Yes.
Summary.
In Bangalore, you really want to have like a day off to feel a bit more the nature, and then you don't want to go travel too far away. Then Cubbon Park is really the best option out there, and it's easily you can spend 1 day there. And there are also like vendors outside. You can get a drink, you can get a coffee. So yeah, that was just very lovely. Yeah. What's for you?
It was very nice to be like outside of the promotion, because we had some noisy days ahead of us and behind us. Nice walk, right? Okay.
All right, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll see you in the next day.
See you.
Look at the little horsey. Horsey. Yar.